You already know what it is. Let's get right into it. April 21st, 2026, Tuesday. NXT Revenge Week 2. You already know. This is the second week. It's been going down. They kicked it off with a North American Championship match. I'm talking about Miles Bourne versus Dark State, Dion Lennox. Dark State was out there observing.
Dion.
But Dion Mama was out there.
Again.
Shouts out to Dion Moms. She's there supporting her baby while he get his thing going, man. You already know what it is. But this was a high intensity match right here. Hard hitting Miles Bourne and Dion Lennox. They pretty much like the same height, same size. Miles Bourne, he charged up off of that vodka juice. You already know he had his
type of juice.
He had his dessert, so he had a little bit of the edge in that department. But yeah, this is a good hard hitting matchup. Miles Bourne was getting bouncy for a minute. He jumped over the ropes. I didn't even know Miles Bourne can get bouncy. He flipping over the ropes. Shouts out to Drew McIntyre. He got bouncy this weekend on Jacob Fatu. It was crazy.
Pause.
You already know. And but yeah, Dark State, man, they was at ringside fiddling and diddling. Mess every time the ref turned his back, they found something they could do to give Dion the advantage. You already know. They went into the commercial thing where that's why I rock with CW. Even when the commercials go on, they did the dual screen, doubled up the screens. And then they had Dion. He slammed Miles Bourne on the bottom portion of the steel steps when they got back. Dion, like I said, Dion Mama was in the crowd. She had on her Dark State shirt representing. She doing her thing, supporting her baby. You already know. And Dion Lennox, he had
maybe that's Sugar's mama.
He hit on he had Dion he had hit Miles Bourne with like a spring power bomb off the ropes, sit down power bomb style. Saquon, he was helping. Dark State, by this time of the match, Dark State interfered like 3 times already. Even the commentator said it. And you already know we had Vic Joseph, Booker T, Sarah Schreiber, Mike Rome. That was the announce team, man. Everybody was doing their thing. You already know. Dion Lennox, he caught Miles Bourne with a nasty suplex. Miles Bourne off the turnbuckle. They was going blow for blow. They was forehead to forehead at one time. Both of their foreheads touched. They locked horns. They was beefing, screaming in each other's face. Dark State was in the middle of all this. Dark State had tried to get in the ring. Saquon was trying to pull somebody out. It was so much confusion going on. Dion ended up getting his ass knocked back, and he ended up getting caught with the Born Again by Miles Bourne because of all that confusion. He got distracted. He got bumped right into Sugars. Dion got bumped into Sugars. He ended up knocking him off guard. Miles Bourne caught him, got the pin for the win, and retained the title. What did you think of that match?
Very, very good match. Just wish that Miles lost.
Miles retained. You know he gonna celebrate with a whole platter of dessert tonight. You already know. Dark State is looking like they ain't gonna be lasting by the end of April. That's what it's looking like.
Miles won't be able to hear what's coming for him next.
It's finna go down. It's getting crazy. You already know. But after that, they had the Vanity Project in the back. With Blake, they was back there kicking it before the match, talking about how they wish her good luck. She had her little Blake had her different look. It looked like an evil look or something. I don't know. They was getting ready, man. And in the midst of all this, Vanity Projects was letting Blake know we ain't gonna be out there ringside because we found some baddies on Instagram or something, and we finna hook up on a date. Smash these 2 shorties real quick, and then keep it moving. And then she said, cool, go ahead, do y'all thing. After that, they got into that promo of that Tampa, Florida, Backlash, May 9th, Saturday 2026. Make sure y'all get ready for that. We just got off of WrestleMania. Now we got Backlash finna go crazy. And then they got SummerSlam coming up August 1st and August 2nd. 2-night event. And your girl Tiffy, hometown.
Tiffy.
Minneapolis.
Tiffy.
Minnesota. You already know.
Tiffy.
And then after that, they got into in the back dark Saquon.
Tiffy.
Saquon Sugar, she was talking to Rob Stone. And Rob Stone was pretty much trying to let him know, he busy right now. But Saquon said, I need to holler at you. I got some questions. We need to talk about some things. And then after that, they go on to Shiloh Hill and Tatum Paxley. They chopping it up in the back, kicking it. They been getting real close. They been hanging out. They real good friends, man. They ain't nothing relationship-wise. They just good friends. Similar mindsets. And then after that, they got straight into it, man. We had a heavy matchup between Joe Hendry, that man himself, and this was serious Joe right here, versus Keanu Cut 'em Up Carver.
Keanu Reeves.
You already know. This match didn't last too long, but it was a good match. At the beginning, out the gate, Keanu started overpowering him, hitting Joe with all kind of heavy moves. And by the way, Joe Hendry got a concert coming up
on Monday Night Raw.
Raw coming up next week. He got a concert coming up. Joe caught Keanu with a nasty clothesline though outside the ring. Booker T, he was extra, spruced up for this match. Extra excited calling this match with extra excitement. Keanu Carver, he landed nasty spine busters on Joe Hendry, and he started beating the shit out of Joe. He beat all the songs out of Joe. I don't know if he's gonna be able to have a concert. Every punch, every hit, every forearm, he knocked the song out of Joe. And how he won the match is something you don't see too often in wrestling, man. He won the match Viva referee stoppage. You already know. So Keanu Carver, he beat Joe Hendry. What did you think of that match?
Good match. I'm not a fan of either of these two idiots.
After that, they got into that
Keanu a bitch. And so's Hendry.
LFG Season 3 coming real soon. We finna have even more stars in the making. You already know with all the extra talent for NXT that's on the main roster that we need more people. They have to progress the spotlight on somebody you was really waiting for to get in the business in wrestling.
No, I wasn't.
She gonna make her debut, and I know you was really excited about her coming.
No, I was not.
To the scene. We talking about Lizzie Rain.
She's not gonna do shit in NXT, bro. She's gonna get rolled up 1, 2, 3 in less than 4 seconds.
She coming to bring the pain. You already know, but
bring the heavy metal. That's her whole garbage gimmick. Man, get the fuck out of here.
But
you punk bitch.
But after that, though, we had a speed championship match. You already know Ilya LaFleur, he had to vacate it. So this is the finals for that match. We had
Ilya Floorlicker.
We had Lexis King with the birthright versus that man himself, EK Prosper.
We miss Eli Knight, bruh.
This was a 5-minute matchup for the speed championship. The birthright was cheating out the gate. You already know. Ariana Grace, they even used her as a shield multiple times when EK Prosper wanted to hit one of them or do a move. They threw her in front, jumped in there. But he took the whole birthright out, not Ariana though, with a moonsault. She got out the way. And when he got face to face, she smacked the dog shit out of him. She smacked it. I don't know. It was something behind that. It was some extra
racism.
behind that slap. It was something else going on behind that slap. EK, he was pretty much.
She looked racist.
Fighting off the whole birthright. Lexus King, he landed his finisher on him, and he got that pin for the win, making Lexus King the new speed champion.
Whoa.
What did you think of that match?
This is a good match. I have mixed emotions about this match. Even though Lexus King, I'm not a fan of him at all. I just can't picture somebody named EK Prosper holding the speed title. Why not Eli Knight?
EK Prosper, let's get it. But after that, though, they had Jackson Drake. They were showing that his date, he was getting there. He was waiting on his date, and he kind of got stood up. They was like, "Where's his date at?" They couldn't find his date, and then they got into the fourth match of the night. I'm talking about Blake Monroe versus Tatum Paxley in a casket match for the Women's North American Championship. Blake Monroe, you already know, she from London, England. Tatum Paxley, she from Dallas, Texas. Mike Rohn was the announcer. The crowd was chanting Tatum Paxley, and they just got right off into it, man. The casket was Redfield. Outside peanut butter, inside jelly.
What?
You already know. Wiping ass.
Yo, what the fuck?
You already know.
What the hell?
You already
what
know.
The fuck?
You already know. It's been getting crazy. Tatum Paxley, man. She started beating Blake Monroe with flowers. She beat her ass. This match was sponsored too, if y'all didn't know, by Panda Express. Have you tasted Panda Express before?
Yes.
What you think of it? Scale of 1 to 10.
I give it an 8.
8.
Based on what I had, though. What I had was limited edition.
Facts. Okay, you know, Tatum Paxley, man, she pulled a damn dollhouse from under the ring. She was trying to beat Blake with it, ended up getting drop kicked through it. They went to commercial, had that CW dual commercial swing going on. Then Tatum Paxley, you already know, she got a random ass move set. She be doing all kind of flipping and dipping and all cradles, 450. She can swan time, hurricanrana. She can German suplex. She fire out here, man. But both ladies ended up in the casket at the same time at one point. Blake, she was slapping Tatum Paxley hard, man. Both ladies, it was wild. I don't want them to ever do this again. They both did a Spanish fly off the top of the casket onto the floor. Don't ever let Io Sky do that. It can get real risky.
Oh, she is cooked.
Certain moves you just can't botch, because if you do, you're gonna break your damn neck. That was that came out of nowhere, and that's another thing Tatum Paxley is wild as hell for. She do some wild shit. But man, this was when they did that, they had the "This Is Awesome" chants. Crowd loved this match. This was a fire match. It was so damn fire. Blake Monroe had to whip a fire extinguisher out and start lighting Tatum Paxley with it, spraying all that mist on her. Putting all that mist on her.
What do you mean by that? What the hell do you mean about that?
She caught her with a damn glamour DDT. And she threw Tatum in a casket and shut it as we thought. But Tatum slipped that title in between a crack up in there. And she did not lose. She ended up busting out. And the announcer kept saying, Vic Joseph kept saying, because Blake got real upset. He was like, the devil inside Blake.
Bro, what the fuck?
It's coming out. Blake grabbed a bag of diamonds. Start pouring them in the ring. You know, diamonds is a girl best friend. They say Tatum Paxley, though, she ended up catching up with a cemetery drive on them damn diamonds. After she hit her with a damn spin kick. All kind of wild shit she be doing. She threw her in the casket. Threw her little raggedy ass title in there. Her replica title. And she shut it. It's hard to say this, but Blake Monroe is dead.
Fine, she dead.
What did you think of that match?
This is a good match. And Tatum Paxley has finally sent Blake Monroe to hell.
It seemed like she want to go there too.
Yo, what the fuck? Oh yeah, right. Her theme song.
Maybe when she go down there, she can go down there and no, I'm not gonna get into that.
What the hell was you about to say?
Look, Dark State was in the back, and they was in the back. What's up? What happened with that when Dark State was in the back?
So Saquon came up to Dion and he was like, "I'll try to help, but guess what? I got another opportunity for Dark State to win that title from Miles Bourne." And Dion was like, "I promise to win that title this time. Thank you, Sugars." But Sugars was like, whoa. It's kind of not like that. You see, Robert Stone was like, if Dark State gonna get another opportunity, it's not gonna be Dion. So Robert Stone chose me.
You already know.
So it's gonna be Sugars versus Miles Bourne for the NXT North American Championship
next week.
Winner also gets Stephanie Vaquer.
And oh man, you already know that's finna be
That's
heavy.
even better than the title.
It's getting high. It's finna be summertime. Ooh, it's finna get crazy. But and then after that, we had Tatum Paxley, Tony D. They showed when they was outside somewhere and somebody made these big giant puppets of them holding their belts. It was fire, man. It looked just like them, especially Tony D, big ass. It was crazy. But then they had they also showed that Mattel action figures. They already got a brand new Rhea Ripley action figure out.
That's some bullshit.
So if you're a collector and you like mommy, you might want to jump. You might want to jump on that before those sell out.
Nah, bro.
Because it come with that title too, in her WrestleMania gear.
I mean,
So
I guess that's cool.
That's finna get crazy for those mommy fans. But they showed on Drake promo that they showed Jake Jackson Drake. They showed that he had met his date, and it was a beautiful woman that came in there. That was his date.
Serious.
You know, Drake was feeling her. You know, they was kicking it and talking.
He was pretending. I swear to God.
You know, the whole Vanity Project was like, damn, Drake doing this thing. He put a baddie out. You know, shouts out to Jackson Drake, man. He keep a baddie on his arms. He doing this thing, and then after that they got into
nasty.
Then after that, they got into a Lola Vice promo. Lola Vice, she came out. She was looking better than ever. 2 titles. I like how she had one of the titles clipped. She had the AAA title clipped on the side of her waist.
Lola.
That was fire.
Lola.
She was looking better than ever. She was just talking to the crowd, man. The crowd loved Lola. Izzy Dame came out, interrupted that. She came out with the Cullen, talking big stuff. They was Nico was out there, and Nico tried to grab the title off of Lola Vice. She turned around. Izzy hit her with a big boot. Held up her title. Said she coming for that NXT title. What did you think of Lola Vice getting dropped like that?
I hate it. I hate Izzy Dame. I hate the calling, and I hate Stan.
And then after that,
if you wonder who Stan is Stan, also known as Shawn Spears, who got super kicked by Shawn Michaels back then.
That's 100% facts too. Do your Googles. Do your Googles, son. Do your Googles, son. But after that though, they had Lexus King in the back, Birthright. They was all
stupid.
They was doing their thing, having an interview. Then EK Prosper, and then your boy EK Prosper walked up, and then your boy Dorian Van Dukes.
Dorian Van Dukes.
They challenged them, and then they gonna end up fighting next week. We're gonna have EK Prosper and Dorian Van Dukes versus 2 members in the Birthright. Who you got winning that match?
I got Eli Knights and Dorian Van Dukes winning.
You already
okay,
know.
fine. He's EK Prosper. Nobody cares.
EK, you already know. And then after that, though, they had the NXT Chronicle of Kendall Gray.
I'm sick of Kendall Gray.
Shouts out to Kendall Gray, man. She wanted everybody to know that she beat a bunch of boys in her high school while she was amateur wrestling. Shouts out to her. She went undefeated, and she's a homegrown girl, and she been doing her thing out there. But shouts out to her. And then after that, they had Lola Vice in the back with Rob Stone And then Ricky Saints popped out of nowhere and started beating Shiloh Hill ass. He was talking a lot of stuff while he was doing it. While he was beating his ass, Ricky Saints was pissed off. I'm already knowing they finna fight next week. When they do, who you got winning that match?
Ricky!
100%, you already know. But after that, we're gonna get into the main event of the night. I'm talking about a last woman standing match. You already know. I'm talking about Soul Ruka versus Zaza.
You mean Zarya? She is
Zarya.
Stupid idiot Zarya.
Zarya. Redhead, thick thighs.
Bro, what the fuck?
Hey, yo, you already know.
Dude.
Zarya, she's sorry as hell, man. I don't know what the hell is on her, man. She tried to ambush Soruka, and she ended up getting her ass. She fell miserably, man. It was horrible. How you gonna try to ambush somebody and get your ass beat? It was trash cans and it was high fly in action. It was so much going on. Zarya was beating her ass once she finally got stable for a second. She started choking Soruka. She choked her ass with a cable wire. Like she didn't. If you choke somebody with a cable wire, you really hate them. Zarya though, she beat the hell out of her for a minute, and then Soul started beating Zarya. She started getting her get back with a kendo stick, and then Soul tried to powerbomb Zarya, and threw it was some table action. She threw she ended up Soul speared Zarya through like that hollow wall they got, and then Zarya, she threw Soul in the crowd, and they started fighting in the crowd. Ass beatings was being taken place right in the crowd. If you bought a ticket and was in that area, man, you already know you had a good seat. That's a memory that you will never forget. Both of them was fighting on top of the barricade at one point, going blow for blow, hit for hit, kick for kick. Zarya had slammed Soul off the barricade through the announce table, and yes, the announce table broke. Snacks was flying everywhere because thanks to Vic Joseph Booker, they be eating hella snacks. Soul, she was still fighting hard though, despite getting chanted. The crowd was loving it. They were screaming, "This is awesome!" So she beat Zarya with the announce table piece from the table, and then Soul snatched Zarya on the special platform. They had walked up there to the top part. When they was both up there together, where people be up there trying to ore farm, looking down at the ring, they was up there fighting. I've never seen somebody fight in this area. At one point, they gave each other a ever so gentle hug, and they was crying, and it was just all love.
You stupid.
And then Zarya, she ended up throwing Soul Ruka off the platform through the tables, and Zarya got that win because Soul was out for way past 10 seconds when that happened. What did you think of that women's last standing match?
This was a great last woman standing match, but I'm not a fan of either of these women once again.
I'm a fan of both of them. Shouts out to Zarya Zaza. She was looking better than ever. You already know. And shouts out to Soul Ruka. Y'all didn't know Soul Ruka, she a black woman. If y'all didn't know that. Shouts out to her. Shouts out to both of these ladies. They put on the classic. They fought at places never been. People never fought at. Shouts out to both of them. Soul Ruka only went through one of them tables too that was doubled up. And her head kind of like went under it. Man, check on that woman, man. What did you think of NXT Revenge Week 2?
This was a great NXT Revenge.